Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Experience. I'm Kieran Collins, joined by Devin Williams, and today we have Loyola Blakefield star Anto Saka with us. Anto, how you doing?
I'm doing great. How about you?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good. So, obviously, we're doing a little stalking last night. You have a little prom or something last night, or what was that?
It was my girl's prom, actually. Yeah.
That's nice. How was it? You feeling all good this morning?
Yeah, nice. It was nice. Definitely better than I expected. Her school could throw something on. I can give it that.
That's nice.
So going into some football, obviously in a bit of our background research, we see you as kind of an edge rusher, but you're listed on Max Prep as a DN and middle linebacker. So what's the story there? I assume you're kind of like a chess piece of that defense.
Yeah, so coming in my sophomore year, because I decided not to play my freshman year. Sophomore year, I started off as a middle linebacker. And then moving on to my junior year, they actually had me playing a little bit of both. So like that Michael Parsons type role, middle linebacker and edge rusher. And then for my senior year, they had me kind of full-time edge rusher. But going into college, they kind of moved me back to that linebacker edge rusher piece.
Is there like a position that you prefer, or you like really find as being like all over wherever the coaches tell you kind of?
I love to play ball, really.
Yeah.
If they, linebacker, running stuff down, I'll do that. If they want me at edge, getting to the quarterback, I'll do that. I just love playing ball.
Fair.
Mm-hmm. And then building off that, obviously Loyola Blakefield was awesome this year, made it to the championship game. What was the overall just team like this year? How was this season for you?
It was different. You can see that. You can definitely tell because everybody wants to look forward to, at least as a Loyola Don, playing football, is that Turkey Bowl. And obviously we didn't get to play that because of COVID last year. So it was a different energy with the team. Everybody was in the weight room 5-6 times out of the week on the field, getting field work in. It was a different vibe. Everybody was locked in. It was kind of different to see. I've never seen the Loyola squad as competitive as this one.
I guess so. You brought up the Turkey Bowl. I don't know. It's been a while since you guys won that. I guess. How was that? I guess a feeling for that win. I'm sure it was big, right?
That was surreal. If I'm not mistaken, it was like 7 to 8 years since we had won the last Turkey Bowl. So obviously, like that's the biggest game for us. That's the biggest game in the area. And the fact that we were able to pull it off, especially the manner that we did it, it was surreal.
I mean, that just shows, like, I guess that this team was so different. You guys made it to championship. You won the Turkey Bowl. It was a big season for y'all. Do you think you guys carried success, like, I guess, even once you're gone? Like, how the classes below you look and like, the success of, like, Loyola for the future?
The classes below, I feel that Loyola's in good hands. We got some nice, bright young stars. And actually, it's some people getting offers way earlier than I thought. So that's obviously, like, we got some pieces that we want to keep on building the program to where we want it to be.
Mm-hmm. And then kind of going back to the Turkey Bowl, you touched on a little bit just how big it means. What is it like to play in such a rivalry like that? Because, like, obviously every high school has a rivalry. There's a school you don't like, but, like, the Turkey Bowl is just a different level. Like, every school in the area knows what it is. And it's so high. Like, it's on, like, local news channels. Like, what is that like?
I mean, 100 plus years of playing Calvert. I mean, it has to be so. And then just everybody's 10,000 people in the stands, thousands of people watching this. I know it doesn't really compare to the actual, but it's the closest thing I'm going to get for right now. So it's just putting me in that feeling that, okay, you are the center. This is, everybody got their eyes on you. It's a great feeling.
It's like a little taste before you go to college.
Exactly.
I guess now, speaking of college, what was the recruitment process for you? Like, I guess, when did you first get your first recruiting, I guess, recruitment? And, like, how did that process go for you?
Man, it was long. It was a long, hard process. I got my first offer because last season we only played about 3 games. We played 3 games. I got my first offer my 3rd game, and actually no, I got my first offer my 2nd game. It was to Morgan State University, and then at the beginning of my 3rd game was when I got my first Power 5 offer. That was Boston College. And then from then on, it was just a roller coaster. Schools coming in left and right. And then, of course, it was COVID, so there was really no visits. So it was a whole lot of phone calls. When I tell you about phone calls, it took up about 3 to 4 hours of my day.
Shoot.
It took up 3 to 4 hours of my day. I was always constantly in communication because what else could they do? It was COVID. You can't come out and see us. So Zoom and text messages was the next best thing. But it was long and hard. I ended up with about 40 offers.
Very impressive.
And then I ended up committing in July. Yeah, I ended up committing in July to Northwestern. Go Cats.
There you go.
So you talked about how during COVID, there was a lot of just Zoom and phone calls. Did you not visit Northwestern before you committed?
Oh no! See, that's the one thing that I made sure I did. I made sure that before I made a commitment to any school, I got the chance to go see them. Because I mean, I'm a big believer in faith, but I feel like this is my future right here. I have to go and see it for myself.
Definitely.
I can't really make a blind call and hope it works for the best. And I got the chance to go to see my top 3 schools, and I fell in love with Northwestern.
So what were your top 3 schools?
My top 3 schools were USC, Southern California,
Mm-hmm.
Penn State, and then Northwestern.
So what made Northwestern the perfect match for you? Like what made it perfect for you?
What made Northwestern perfect for me was just honestly the family culture that I felt there, and then I didn't feel like it was too much. I didn't feel like they were really trying to roll out the red carpet for me and try to win me over with glamour. I feel like they told me what was real, and I appreciate something that's real. And there's also, I always wanted to play in the Big Ten. That's always been my favorite conference ever since I was a little kid. So I get the chance to play in the Big Ten. And there's also, I'm big on education. My whole family's big on it. And Northwestern, obviously, they're top 10 university in America. So that plays a big part. And it's also just the cities, being near Chicago. It's not too much. It's not too little. There's things for me to do. And then what I'm trying to do with my life, if football don't pan out, I'm in perfect spot for that. So all those things came into consideration.
Awesome. And then kind of building off that, what are you looking forward to most in your college football career? You talked about how you like the Big Ten so much. Is there any like particular game there, or just like, is there anything specific you're looking forward to?
I'm just looking forward to the experience. I'm just looking forward to the college athlete experience. That's really all it is. There's a couple big games that I'm looking forward to. Obviously, coming back, we play the Terps. Coming back here and playing in front of the home crowd, that's also going to be big. But no, it's just going against all the powerhouses, the blue blood programs. It's just I'm always been big on competition. I love to compete. So going against those teams is going to be fun. And then obviously the end goal is I'm trying to make league. That's the end goal. So I'm looking forward to going through the process of getting to where I'm trying to be.
Definitely. Well, going into like Northwestern, are there anyone you like know going there? Any teammates or any people you've like gotten in contact with that you're just excited to play with?
As far as here in football, no. But obviously I got in touch with the recruiting class pretty early. We're all close. We got a little group chat. We be making our jokes, just getting to know each other. We actually just got assigned our roommates not too long ago. So it's just those guys that I'm coming with. I've seen them all. I got to talk to them. They're great people. And they're some ballers. They can go. So it's looking good for this.
And then kind of going back to your offer and the recruitment process, you talked about how you got your offers kind of in your junior year, mainly. Was it always the intention though? Like, well, obviously you didn't play freshman year. Like sophomore year of high school, you started playing. You're like, I want to play in college. Was that always the goal?
So I started my football career when I was 7, and that's all I wanted to do was play football and then it got to the point around 7th or 8th grade that I wasn't so sure, and that was the reason why I took it off freshman year. So it's like I've always been a hooper too. I stopped playing basketball my sophomore year. That's when I picked up the football again. It's like, okay, yeah, this is what I really want to do. But it has always been the solid road. Like, okay, this is what I want to do. This is my passion. I kind of got lost somewhere along the way, but I found it. I realized this is what I want to do. That football is such a vital part of my life, and it can take me places.
So you pick it up back sophomore year, and you said by your second game you already had an offer. How was that like when you were in school? Like how did people react to that? What was it like for you? Just like knowing that you took a year off from football, you get back into it and you already get offers?
I always knew that I had it in me. I always knew that if I picked it back up or if I keep on playing, that I could be something special. And it was a little different. Because walking around school, I'm not. I don't want to use the word popular, but
No, it's fair.
I'm already in tune with a lot of people. I'm cool with a lot of people. But then when the offers started coming in, it made me feel like a celebrity in a little bit of a sense, because how my school works, we have the high school, but we also have a middle school level as well. So you just see all the little middle schoolers walking up to you, high fives and like asking for autographs and stuff. I'm like, man, it's like I'm still in school like yo. It's just like I haven't even graduated. I'm not even really on TV yet, but it feels nice. It's just like seeing people and just recognizing you as like all you've accomplished. Like it gave me a little celebrity type status. That's what it felt like.
Really nice.
And then kind of shifting focus a little bit. Obviously, this area is very like condensed in like football talent. I feel like it's a very talented overall area. How do you think that contributes overall to just like your experience or like just kind of the culture around football, like the DMV area and like MIAA A conference and like the DC schools?
Well, obviously, like for being such a small state, Maryland, we do got a lot of talent, and I feel like one, the amount of talent we got, it makes things more exciting because, like I said, I'm a competitor. I always like to go against the top people. I like to prove myself, but it puts other people, it puts the recruiters and coaches, it puts them on notice about the players that we have over here for being such a small state that we really have people who can go to. So it's like not only that it's good for the competitive aspect for the students and the athletes here, but also it's good for the coaches, college coaches to see what we really have here at all.
Saying you're a competitor, is there anyone like you played several times throughout high school that you were always most excited to play, whether it was in school or personal, like another player, like just another competition you were excited to always go at?
Well, with me, I'm always, especially obviously Cal because that's the big game. But then also playing against the McDonoughs and playing against the Spaldings, and those are always good. Those are seen as they the top dogs of the MIAA when it comes to everything, really. So obviously, I always want to go at the top dogs. How I am. So playing against them, those, yeah.
Were there any players that I don't know, who are some of the best players you've played with? I guess like personally.
Some of the best players I played with?
Yeah, or maybe against.
Or against. Okay, so some of the best players I played with, my former QB actually at Duke now, Jordan Moore. He's one of the fine players I've watched in person. And then it's also my two current teammates, Micah Robinson and Noah Boo. Micah, he's a speedy electric player as well. Noah, big body, wide receiver, he goes and gets the football. And then playing against, probably deny Dennis Sutton. That's my guy right there.
Yeah.
Playing against them, we always like to have a little competition. It's like, oh, who's going to do better here? It's just, oh, who's going to end up being the better edge? But that's my guy at the end of the day, though. I'm looking forward to playing him this year, too. Yeah. Penn State versus Northwestern, I got us on top.
That was great.
And then you talked about how much academics are important to you. So how do you really balance, obviously, football and athletics? I assume it's difficult. I mean, it's difficult for anyone that plays a sport, but it's a different level when you're like the top like tier athlete.
It's really all about sacrifices. It's all about what you are willing to put in to accomplish your goals. And I wouldn't really say it's a sacrifice. I'm not really the biggest party guy. What I love to do is I love to sit down and read the playbook. I like to be out on the field, practicing my craft. I like to be in the weight room, getting stronger and faster. So I wouldn't really say it's a sacrifice for me, but I'm locked in on my goals, and I know that I have to take care of the books aspect if I want to take care of the field aspect. They go hand in hand. So it's really focusing on what matters, and then everything else that is secondary. It's secondary. You can always come back to it. Football is a thing that you only have such a short time to play it. You can always come back and party. You can always come back and do a million other things. But football, the time window is so small, so I gotta make it.
So, I guess on this topic, what do you look forward to like after football, whether it's after college or after even if you get to the league? What is there a side connected with like your college degree that you look forward to going into?
Yeah, so I want to be a business major. I want to focus on economics and marketing. And that's why I'm saying Chicago, that's like the biggest business market sector in New York. So already perfect spot if the league don't pan out. But even if it do pan out, I do obviously have a few things that I want to do with that. First deal I signed, I want to take care of my peoples. My peoples have always been such a big part in everything I do, sports related, school related, just even in life. So obviously I want to help them out in whatever way I can and just do a whole lot of good. That's really all I want to do.
I mean, yeah, we see plenty of players. I mean, balancing the football and like outside career aspect. So it's definitely possible. Like you see Tyler Lockett right now. He's a realtor agent while also still being in the league. Yeah, know that. So it's very impressive to see what players can do.
Mm-hmm. And then kind of shifting the topic, obviously it's kind of like a buzzword right now, like NIL. It's just kind of going crazy in college. So what do you think about the rule change? I mean, most players we've talked to at this point are pro, which makes sense because obviously as a player, you'd be like, I want my money. I want to get my bag. But like, what do you think about the rule change? And then do you plan on capitalizing on it?
I mean, I think athletes, I always thought athletes should be able to have a chance to get paid. That's me. I don't know if that's biased or not, but athletes should have the chance to get paid. Now, obviously, since it's there, I mean, you want to capitalize on it. So I will be looking into that. But for the thing with me, and it's not the end all be all. You know, there's a lot of talks about schools buying other players out, this, that, and the third. It's all getting all types of crazy. But that's never been the end all be all. I love to play football. I like to go to school. I make decisions based off what's best for me. And it could be the money aspect that could be best for other people, but me personally, school, the fit, the culture, that was the most important thing to me. And the money will follow. Either way, if I do it right, the money don't follow regardless.
Are there any like, if you were to look forward to like an NIL deal, are there any like dream brands you ever like kind of want to get with?
Dream brands. Oof.
A dream deal.
I don't want to like Bijan Robinson and get that Lambo.
That would be fine.
That's my one.
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a wild one to see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Third.
Well, that's all we got for you, Anto. Thank you so much for coming on. This has just been awesome to sit down and talk with you. Any last things you want to say or like shout outs you want to give?
All I gotta say is go Cats. Go Cats.
That's very respectable. I mean, we're definitely looking forward to seeing your college career. I mean, I'm going to Michigan State, so I definitely hope to see you playing.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, and hopefully see your career go long and prosperous.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, man.